hope everyone is fit and well. In this video, I'm going to be talking about true facts about prison. Do inmates get converted to Islam and become Muslim? A lot of inmates become Muslim in prison and convert to Islam, and there's a lot of different reasons why they do it. And a lot of the white lads that convert do it for protection, to be in the gang mentality, because the Muslims have got a stronghold on the prisons, especially the high securities and the category Bs, and there's no ifs or buts about it. Anybody who will tell you straight facts, who's been in them prisons or have got friends in them prisons, and they're not afraid to own up and admit to it, that yes, the Muslims have got the stronghold in prison, and a lot of people are converting, and they're converting for protection. But a lot of the white lads, some of them from Liverpool, Manchester, that convert, the reasons they convert, because since being a youth, getting brought up, or since being a young kid, they've always been in gangs, been in gang mentality. They get locked up for, a lot of the times, at shootings in Liverpool, Manchester, places like that, London, and they get separated from their crew, from their gang. They get put into prison. They might feel lonely because they've never been anywhere without their gang, and they sometimes get approached by the brothers, the Muslims, and they try and convert them to be part of the Muslim gang. They try to say it's all to do with religion, but it's all to do with gangs inside of high security prisons. And a lot of these lads I'm talking about, white lads as well, black lads and white lads who've never been a Muslim before, they convert because in their heads they're thinking they want to be part of a gang. They've been part of gangs all their lives. Now they're in there, they've got no gang. They convert to Islam to be part of the brotherhood, where they'll all have each other's backs and they're all protected and they're all look out for each other. So yes, people do convert to Islam in prison. A lot of people convert to it for religious reasons. There is a minority. It's not just everyone doing it for protection. Some of them do convert for peace of mind in prison. They want peace in prison. Some of the brothers, even though they get roped into it, there is peaceful ones that want to just get on with the time, and they convert to it for religious reasons, to get through the time and make it a bit easier, open up the mind into that religion. So that's another reason why they do it. But moving on from there, I'll just talk about another fact of prison. And the fact is, does prison work? Prison only works if you want it to work, and that is a fact. Doesn't matter how many courses you do, how many probation officers, psychologists, psychiatrists try to get inside your head and change you. You'll not change unless you want to. A small minority of prisoners do reform, do sort their heads out whilst they're in there, and they do come out a better person. But is there a large proportion of people that change their mind, that change their lives when they're in prison? No, there's not a large proportion, because when you're in prison, only you can change. If you really want to change and change your mindset, you're the only person that will change prison or change yourself. Doesn't matter if you do offender behaviour courses that the system believes changes you. You can do as many courses as you want and tell them that you've changed, but you'll not change unless you want it. Unless you want to get out there, make something of your life. Because a lot of them that go in, especially the younger lads or the younger men, they go in there, they get involved with people, they meet people who, like I mentioned earlier on in the video, who are like-minded men, and they will team up with people who are thieves, robbers, druggies, smackheads, heroin users, whatever you want to refer to them as, and they'll all form their own gangs, crews. Then when they get out of prison, they meet up and they're doing it together, and it's just an ongoing vicious circle, and it doesn't work for them. There will be a point in their lives, and they might not be until they're about 50, 60 year old, when it's too late. Some of the lads you see that's in and out constantly, it just doesn't work for them. Prison doesn't work. Prison does the opposite. But you'll only ever change in prison if you want to change. So on that note, people, I'll leave that one there. Hopefully you enjoyed that content. But I will do a part 2 to this, talking about loads of more facts about prison, because there's loads, but I haven't got enough time today. So I'll do a part 2 maybe next week, and I'll talk about bullying in prison and about a few of the facts, what happens and what goes on in prison, just to educate people who might be thinking about going to prison or expecting prison, telling you some facts, straight facts, no bullshit, straight to the point. And that's what it's all about, letting you know the real facts of prison. But again, people, if you're enjoying the content, remember to comment, like and subscribe. Take care, people. Enjoy the rest of your day.